A new insurance industry study for the first time links man-made climate change to the rise in extreme and expensive weather disasters. In a report on losses from extreme weather disasters in 2011, international insurance giant Munich Re, based in Germany, said that North America saw the highest increase in billion-dollar extreme weather events, saying, quote, climate-driven changes are already evident over the last few decades.
Well, you wouldn't know that by watching the 3 presidential debates over the last couple of weeks here in the U.S.
That's right. In the U.S., the C word wasn't even mentioned in this year's presidential debates. With the help of the Beltway media, the third presidential debate on Monday night made history, marking the first time in 24 years in which climate change was not even mentioned in any of the presidential debates.
Why would it be mentioned this year? Just because, last September was the hottest month ever recorded on the history of the planet.
Yeah, go figure. Why would anybody even want to know about that? During Monday's debate, the candidates did reference clean energy and the need to make sure that we invest in it. But when debate moderator Bob Schieffer of CBS asked this,
what do you believe is the greatest future threat to the national security of this country?
That would have been a good time for Obama to draw a clear distinction between himself and Romney, since even the Pentagon says climate change is a threat multiplier for national security, but Romney refuses to actually acknowledge that man has anything to do with it. Instead, Obama answered terrorism is bad and China should follow trade rules, whereas Romney said,
the greatest threat that the world faces, the greatest national security threat, is a nuclear Iran.
Apparently, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton thinks climate change is clearly a foreign policy issue, as she noted in a major foreign policy speech last week on the need to invest globally in clean energy technologies to reduce pollution, create jobs, and
to address the very real threat of climate change.
It didn't used to be this way. Again, since 1988, climate change had been covered in every presidential debate.
But the greenhouse effect is one that has to be a threat to all of us.
Now, the greenhouse effect is an important environmental issue.
We will soon see the consequences of what's called global warming.
What about global warming?
I think it's an issue that we need to take very seriously.
They pulled out of the global warming, declared it dead.
Alaska feels and sees impacts of climate change more so than any other state, and we know that it's real.
Well, I think it is man-made.
Posing to Americans the danger that climate change poses.
We're not going to be able to deal with the climate crisis if our only solution is to use more fossil fuels that create global warming.
And note that was Obama in 2008, not in 2012. If climate scientists' predictions are correct, I think future generations will mark this as a low point in world history.